consciousness or source energy is, whatever you call it, the universal, God, goddess, source, has certain attributes attributed to its character. And one of the main attributes is called spanda. It's called, which means vibration or pulsation. And spanda is everything pulses with energy. Everything expands and contracts. The rate at which things expand and contract are very different. So hummingbirds have a high rate of expanding and contracting, their wings very, very fast. And then other things move more densely or more slowly. A tortoise, they have a slow expansion and contraction rate, right? And it's that way with time. So the Earth has what we call 4 seasons, 4 major seasons. And the winter time, which we're in right now, is the most contracted state of the Earth's consciousness. It is where she is inward and quiet, and even in some climates, of course, becomes hard with ice or snow. And then summer is the most expanded state, right? Everything is full and it's grown to its fullness. And so the Earth has an expansion and contraction rate of 365 days. And within that, there are also middle, right in the middle of each season, there's a little mini season. So we crossed into the mini season just the other day, at the beginning of February, and it's called Imbolc. And it is this mini season that is the turning point of where the Earth's contracted energy begins now to really start to begin its expansion process. It's not there yet, right? But the signs are there. And so this is a really wonderful way. So when we begin to notice the seasons and begin to come in deeper relationship with the pulsation and the cycles of pulsations of nature, then we begin to be able to tap into what is our own particular pulsation. And each of us has a different one. And the key is that we actually want to cultivate the pulsation in both directions. So when a body experiences some extremes, it then can more readily find its balanced optimal point. If it's always living in the same point, then when something goes low or something goes high, it doesn't know what to do with it. And so there's a doctor, he was a heart surgeon, Dr. Irving Dardick, and he did incredible research on how people whose heart rate can go from low to high more often, like you cultivate that process, then they will come into a more optimal place than, say, someone who has a really low resting heart rate. Maybe they're like super fit marathoner, have a really low resting heart rate, but when it does go up, the body doesn't know what to do with that, and that can get them into a danger zone. So one thing that we do in our life and in our practice is that we don't want to, it's a misunderstanding of yoga that we want to just be like chill all the time. Right? What happens on TV medical shows whenever you see the flat line? Not good, right? So you want to have that healthy pulsation. And so in our yoga practice, we try to cultivate that in a lot of different ways, including the expansion and contraction of the muscles, the expansion and contraction of the breath, and including moving in waves of lowering the energy in the class and then raising it and then coming back down, so that we know how to really, we begin to get into a real diversity of what our body can do. And so that helps us to find that at home, because sometimes things are really up, some things are really down, and then we're just trying to find our way back to optimal.